Charlie Goff, Multimedia Sports Journalism and lead commentator with Wycombe Sound. Yeah, so it came about this year in terms of a lead commentator position. Over the last few years I've done co-commentary with BBC Three Counties, with various different people here and people who have now moved on. And then this year this opportunity came about at the start of the season. It wasn't too long before the start of the season, it was only about a week before. I got contacted, asked about sort of the role and if I would be up for it this season, covering Wycombe home and away, every game as well. And yeah, I was more than happy to do it and cover it. And it was just more about trying to get the experience this year. It's not going to be perfect, I know that. I know I'm still learning. And yeah, last year and the last few years has been a really good learning curve, especially learning off a co-commentator, being a co-commentator first, and learning off individuals that have had plenty of experience in that, and then learning off them to then lead into a lead commentator. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a different scenario. I knew that it wasn't going to be the same. You're going to have to do more talking, you're going to have to do a lot more research as well. But no, I think I've stepped up pretty well, and I'm really enjoying it so far this year. And yeah, it's a different angle to go at, but no, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest with you. I didn't really have much time to think about it. Like I said, it was such a quick turnaround at the start of the season, and a few weeks before I didn't know if I was still going to be involved. I didn't know what was going to happen. But no, I knew I'd put in quite a good account of myself across the last few years. And I knew from Wycombe Sound, and I can't thank them enough for how many opportunities they gave me. It all started with just a little post-match interview after the game, getting fans recording outside grounds, and then I just sort of built my skill set up from there, and then that led me into being a co-commentator and getting my first opportunity. I think my first commentary was back in 2023 at the end of December. And yeah, I just enjoyed it from there. And from that moment, I've never looked back. Well, it starts really the day before, a few days before, in terms of making notes, researching other teams, going on various different apps, looking at stats, looking at figures of players, top goal scorers, and even when I do my commentary notes now, I'm making notes of where they've transferred from, especially opposition teams. Sort of Wycombe, you know sort of various stats and bits and pieces. You do still need to do a little bit of research on Wycombe, but various other teams, it's difficult to find out various different stats about certain players. It's a lot in detail. So yeah, it starts a few days before, the preparation, and then coming into the actual game day itself, sort of get here an hour and a half before, get the team news, and then you sort of write down the changes, how many changes have been made. And then yeah, it's onto the game really, and I'll do a little bit before the game, 10 minutes before, just sort of describing the atmosphere, what's happening around the ground and what it was like coming in. And then once you're underway, it's the game goes really quickly. I mean, you don't even have time to think about this thing's happening. You're describing the crowd, you're describing managers' reactions as well. And once it gets underway, and then fingers crossed it'll be a good game. I'm still in my first year at UCFB, so I'm not closing my options down just to commentary. I'm still really open. I cover the Henley College link with Wycombe Wanderers under-19s. I cover their social media, so all aspects of that in terms of filming little clips, filming goals, interviews after the game. So I'm still doing that side, so I'm keeping that option open as well. But this is very much an option that I'm going down that I'm really, really enjoying, and it's been my favourite so far. So if I keep that up, then fingers crossed, hopefully I will get a role eventually come the next few years. One piece of advice that I'd give for anyone that wants to have a career in commentary, I think just going into a club and even just starting with little fan voice recordings outside, interviewing fans, interviewing players, even if they have a local radio station, get them to ask your opinions on the game, and just start at that level. And then you soon build your confidence behind talking behind a phone or a microphone or however you're doing it. You soon build the confidence, and then you just take that confidence and then just keep putting yourself out there, and eventually you will get noticed.